Steve Post from Motor Racing Network here at the PRI Show Racing Electronics Display, and we are talking to a legend. Well, he is a legend in ARCA Menard Series racing, and now he is a Hoosier Heroes legend. Joining us is Frank Kimmel. Hello, Frank. How are you?
Is that really a nice way to just say ode? Is that? I mean, I'll take it either way, but so it's okay.
Old beats the option. We're both in that category. We'll definitely take that. You are this year's Hoosier Hero legend. We have the Hoosier Heroes program, a dozen drivers from all disciplines. What's it been like to be the honoree for the legend category here?
Well, first of all, I was very honored that they would think to choose me to do that. That's really a cool deal. And but it was kind of interesting during the photo shoots and all that stuff. I look around, and I believe if you add up all their ages, it might be close to 63, like I am now. So, but now it's just nice to this is a part of your career that you're on that side that people still remember what you did, and you tried to do things as good as you could and in the right way. So it's pretty cool.
Is it not amazing to you, the generation, I'm 61, so the generation we came up with, you got your driver's license and you started to race, okay? We've bandolero racers and kids race. Is it not amazing to you the number of ways kids are getting a chance to race these days?
It is unbelievable how, first of all, how good they are when they come up. They come in and it's really impressive. And back in the day when you had a teenager come and race against you, they might be really fast for a while, and then they'd hit something and slow themselves down. And so you kind of just played it off. He's young, he'll figure it out. But now when you start to see them race, they've already got that part figured out too. And so they're very, very tough to beat. And you can see it on television every week. 16, 17, 18-year-old kid that goes out and wins races and wins championships. It's pretty impressive.
It is. It really, truly is. Frank, you've been around the sport for a while. And when you're around the sport for a while, you meet a whole lot of people. What is this PRI show like for you? What is the reunion factor of the PRI show like for you?
It is really cool because you come by and you see people that you haven't seen all year, or you may have talked to on the phone 20 times and you don't really know who they are yet. And so that's really nice to put a face with a name and that kind of thing. I think the coolest part, and this is maybe chauvinistic or whatever, but this must be what a woman feels like when she walks into her favorite mall, because that's what I feel like when I walk in here. It's really a cool thing. You get to see so many different types of racing, and I see enough ARCA cars, I see enough of that style of race car that you kind of get used to it. But when you walk in here and you see a Ferrari, or you see a Corvette that's a road course car or a drag car, or then you go see a World of Outlaw sprint car that is, in my opinion, the baddest ass machine on the planet. I mean, that thing is something else. And so it's really cool to get to come here and enjoy all facets of racing.
Frank, you are so aligned. You're the winningest driver in ARCA. You're so aligned with ARCA. Was there another form of racing that you dreamed about doing or wished you might have dabbled in as you were a racer?
Well, I've really enjoyed all forms of racing, no matter what I got to do. But Again, things were different back then. We had a budget to run race cars in ARCA, and and I worked on the cars every day too. So we were at the shop working, trying to get the cars ready. My brother and I, Bill, and we had great crew members back in those days that would come and help us, and some were volunteers. So it was just a different world then, and you don't have here you have a kid come in that's a good racer and his family's paying for it or however it's working out, but as soon as he gets out of your car, he's got to fly someplace else and he'll be in a super late model somewhere, and that's fine too. It's just different than what we had in our day, but it's we ran super late models, street stockers. I love street stockers. I think to me street stockers is the core base of racing, and it kind of takes you back to what it was and what it should be, that type thing. And so I don't know, if it's got wheels and we want to race it, that's pretty cool.
It is. It really truly is cool. That is for sure. Fun stuff for sure. When you look at the ARCA Menard series, I just think it's so fascinating, the variety of racetracks. It's the one big stock car series that runs on dirt tracks, and you got road courses, you got big tracks and little tracks. Just over the course of your time, what did that diversity mean to you as a race car driver to be challenged on all of those style of racetracks?
Well, first of all, it's a lot of fun. It's really great to go to Flat Rock one weekend, little quarter mile, bull ring, stuff we grew up on, and then, a week later, a month later, you may be at Talladega, the biggest racetrack we race on. So, and then the road courses are thrown in, and, that's something that I struggled with. I wasn't great at it, but I really enjoyed it. A lot of times when you don't do well at something, you don't like it. But I liked road course racing, and I just sucked at it sometimes, So, we had to go out and be competitive and finish the races, that kind of thing. So a different mindset, and I was a points racer. That's what I was good at, and so I knew, and that's one of the things I try to bring to the people that I help now. What is your capabilities today? And if we got a 5th place car and you can run 4th with it, that's a great day. But let's not run 6th. Let's not make a mistake. Let's not do something stupid that would cost us some spots. And that's one of the things I felt like that I was good at as I got mature and got better in driving a race car and being a race car driver versus just a fast driver type thing.
So the ARCA season traditionally kicks off in Daytona, kicks off with testing in Daytona in just a few weeks. I know I've talked to a couple of different people that are headed down there and that sort of thing. Do you still, what's your vibe like when you get ready to head out and go back to the world center of speed?
Well, first of all, I wish they'd let you pull through the little tunnels. The little tunnels are so cool. Yeah, the big tunnel's nice and new and all that. I get that, but I always felt like when you drove through those 2 small tubes, in turn 4, and you pop out and there's Daytona. I mean, if you don't get goose pimples thinking about that, go do something else. That's okay. You don't have the drug addict that we are, but. But it was such a first of all, it's an honor to get to go over there and race and be a part of that. Someplace I never won at, which is always disappointing, but it's just a really cool place to get to go to Daytona. And last year, Isaac Kitzmiller was 16, so they allowed him to go test, drive around the racetrack some, and they wouldn't allow him to draft or anything. But like I told him, I said, who knows what's going to happen tomorrow? And you got to drive around Daytona International Speedway in a race car. Pretty cool thing.
Yes, it really truly is. Pretty cool that you're the Who's Your Hero legend here as well. Frank, always fun hanging out with you. Congratulations on that, and we'll see you in Daytona in a few weeks, it seems like.
Yeah, right around the corner. Yes, sir. Thanks.
Absolutely. That is the legend, Frank Kimmel, joining us here at the Racing Electronics display.